Welcome back to Quinte Connection. Thanks for joining us as we're going to focus on the Work in Quinte Career Fair happening Wednesday, April 16th from 1 to 6 p.m. at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center here in Belleville, an initiative that City of Belleville and Quinte West do every year. And joined to talk about this is Victoria Watts, a Business Growth and Retention Specialist with the City of Belleville, and then Elizabeth Edwards to our right of our screen, Economic Development Officer with Quinte West. So Victoria, Elizabeth, great to have you on the show. Let's walk through kind of what is Work in Quinte, because we see this title a fair bit. So Victoria, if you want to take that away, we can just kind of go through what is Work in Quinte, because I understand there's been a rebrand.
There definitely has. So first, Work in Quinte is a general brand that we have that encompasses a number of workforce development opportunities or things that we do in both Quinte West and the City of Belleville. So the Work in Quinte Career Fair is part and parcel under that name. And Belleville and Quinte West is part of our workforce development programming in both our communities, have been offering career fairs for a number of years, for almost 20 years. We offer 2 career fairs throughout the year, one in spring and one in the fall. As you mentioned, it used to be called Quinte Career Fair. We just rebranded. It is now called the Work in Quinte Career Fair.
Well, thanks, Victoria. Appreciate it. Elizabeth, let's go through kind of the details with what's happening April 16th at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center. So how many job seekers roughly will we have? What sectors are they in?
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of the event that's taking place on Wednesday, April 16th, from 1 to 6 p.m. at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center, we typically see anywhere from 50 to 60 employers in all different sectors, which includes manufacturing, healthcare, food service, as well as many of our employment service providers to offer training opportunities. And we can see anywhere from 600 to 800 job seekers who are ready and available to work. So it's been a great opportunity for us to make those connections between the job seekers and employers. And some of the offerings for the job seekers are we are offering free transportation through Quinte Transit and the City of Belleville Transit System. We do offer accessibility opportunities to make sure that the event is accessible to all of our residents. And there is also training opportunities, as I had mentioned. Our employment service providers will be on site to provide support and create a really accessible and enjoyable experience for our job seekers.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, when you're talking about kind of employment service providers, what are you talking about? Career Edge, organizations like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Career Edge, like Adecco, like Agilec, these are some of the names that our residents are familiar with, but we do have other government-operated organizations that do provide different areas of service, like our Quinte Local Immigration Partnership that offer services specific to our newcomers.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Appreciate it. So Victoria, back to you. I mean, Elizabeth briefly mentioned kind of training there and other opportunities. Walk me through kind of the training component of things, because it's more than just offering career fairs, right? There's a lot of different avenues that people can go to.
For sure. Part of the purpose of the career fair is to highlight some of the services in our community. So obviously our primary goal is to connect workers with job seekers with active jobs, but there's other opportunities in our community too. For example, we have there's entrepreneurship opportunities in our community. There's and so Small Business Center will be there speaking about some supports for if you're wanting to look at starting a business. We also have some opportunities for skilled trade who will be there to discuss some of the programming that the Ontario government has to support youth and others in the skilled trade. So we're really trying to highlight some of the employers in our community who have active jobs, but also highlights the many services that we have in the community that will support people with varying interests or wanting to expand their skill set.
Yeah, thanks, Victoria. Appreciate it, especially in this kind of tariff tricky economic circumstances, a lot of people just looking to see what could be out there beyond the current job, right? So Elizabeth, what are tips that you want to give kind of people looking for a job heading to the career fair, especially when it comes to getting off to the right foot?
Yeah, absolutely. So the best way to come prepared to the career fair is take a look at your resume. If it hasn't been updated in a while, give it a quick update. Make sure you include all of the skills that you've learned, all of the work experience that you have, and have those pieces of information about yourself in the back of your mind. So a lot of our different employers are hiring for different skill sets, as well as hiring for part-time, full-time, those types of things. So it's great to practice speaking about what exactly you're looking for and what you have to offer. And that's the best way to interact with those employers. So come resume ready, interview ready, and ready to speak about yourself, what you're looking for, and what you can offer.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Victoria, if we can go back to you quick, especially with the City of Belleville having a portal looking to learn more from businesses about how they might be impacted by the tariff and things like that. We learned about that a few weeks ago. So Victoria, from your perspective, are you finding that you're getting more employers from a City of Belleville sign really signing up for these working Quinte career fairs?
We have in the past. I've been involved in 3 career fairs right now, so we have in the past basically maxed out. So just to let you know too, I think you did mention it. It is at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center, and we've pretty much, I think we've maxed out, right, Elizabeth? Yes, with our employers. So there are a number of employers that do come. There are a variety of sectors that come to. I think that's very important for your audience to know about. So we have sectors that are represented are healthcare. We have parole, corrections there. We have some ministry of resources there. So a number of there's government jobs available, but also local, some in industry, and even some in service. So we have had a variety of people come and a variety of employers come who are all looking for job seekers.
Yeah, thanks, Victoria. And I think it's really good to note the diversity we're going to see at the Working Quinte Career Fair on April 16th, because we had the Prince Edward County Community Career Fair, the Lennox and Addington one in Napanee. There was one in Brighton and ENSS a while ago. And, to a greater extent, there's smaller communities, right? So it's nice that Belleville can really host a lot of these big organizations and gatherings. So final thoughts, Elizabeth? Anything you want to just kind of finish off here as we wrap up the interview?
Yeah, absolutely. We're still accepting spaces for employers to register for the career fair. We're posting regularly on social media on how you can prepare yourself for the career fair and reminding you the date and the time. So we're really excited to be hosting the career fair once again. It's been a great success over the many years that it's been held, as well as the few years that Victoria and I have been working on it together. And it's also a really great opportunity for employers and job seekers to connect with each other. There's a great networking component too. And it's a great time for Victoria and I to go chat with employers and get a sense of what's happening in the region.
Thanks, Victoria and Elizabeth. Once again, the Working Quinte Career Fair happening on Wednesday, April 16th from 1 to 6 p.m. Quinte Sports and Wellness Center. We talk a lot on this show about, Team Bay of Quinte approach, and we see that firsthand with the Working Quinte Career Fair. So Elizabeth, Victoria, thanks so much. Good luck on April 16th.